in Jamaica we know these as drunk eye.
Okay.
But these are, we talk about poisonous. Just one of this seed is enough to kill an adult human being. This one is called cat's claw.
Yes, yes. That's a dangerous one, man. Okay with that.
Yeah. Now this herb is in demand. The demand is so great that there are countries in which they have mined out the entire forest for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is no ordinary herb.
Yeah.
I could take a day and teach you the principles to identify what 3,000 medicinal uses of herbs. One day.
My Jammers family, how you do? Fantastic, fantastic. Well, that's a man. Dr. Ben Israel. Man, we just weren't able to package everything in part 1, and so we're back. And in this episode, he's sounding an alarm. There's a particular herb, according to him, that you must avoid at all costs. But just before, he's going to share with us 8 additional herbs that, according to him, are often overlooked, but their health benefits are immense. We're going to talk about those. And he's also going to share with us some common herbs again for common ailments, including high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, stomach issues, kidney issues, you name it. Stay tuned. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then for whatever reason, it's a good time now. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell notification, and that way you'll stay updated on all my latest videos from Jamaica. Let's go to Dr. Ben Israel.
So this herb is actually one of my favorite. It's also what is called a diaphoretic, which means that it induces sweating. So if it is that a person had poisoning, which means that it's beneficial to the skin.
Okay, cool.
Beneficial to the skin.
So this herb again, is it popular here in Jamaica?
Oh yes, it's very popular. It's used.
Oh, there's a mac on it, man.
Yeah, everything is filled with thorn, even the leaves.
I didn't
so it's
realize.
called prickly ash.
Oh,
but
nice.
It is more known as prickly ella. So if you combine this with cat's claw, what you have is a very powerful medicine for rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
And we've had excellent. Here's another one. Maiden fern.
How many? Like, I mean, I'm curious now because guys, we haven't even walked yet. We're just looking, and right at the gentleman's feet, he's identifying all of the herbs.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So this one is what? Maiden fern.
Maiden fern. And it's used a lot for the skin. The root is a vermifuge, so you can use the root to get rid of any type of worms or so on.
Fungus and so on.
But I'm seeing another one I haven't seen a very long time.
All right. Well,
this one.
Yeah.
Now, this herb is called worm grass.
Oh, it can look like a worm for real.
Yes. It's called worm grass. And this herb is maybe one of the most effective herb that I know in terms of expelling worm. You know, so I notice it's growing pretty close to this. These two herbs, though, especially this one, is not used a lot because sometimes it's so potent that after you use it and it expels the worm, you have to use something to get it out of the body because it can harm you.
Yeah.
So you have to know how to use these herbs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this one is, again, what is it?
Worm grass.
Worm grass.
Yeah. So we use this one with vervain as a vermifuge in terms of getting rid of and if you look at the seeds, it has some little seeds that looks like worm eggs. Yeah?
Yes, I noticed that. There. And the flower look like a worm as well.
Yes.
But guys, I don't even notice, but this is almond. This is almond we have.
Yeah.
This almond we have here. There's a lot of stuff. There's coconut. There's there's apple. Actually, there's one apple here. There's a fresh apple there, Mr.
Yeah. Look at this one.
The apple right there on the tree here.
Yeah.
This is the life.
When apple season. I wanted to look at this one.
Yeah.
Just slowly. Oops, I just mentioned it a while ago.
All right, going down, guys, to another one. All right.
This one is called cat's claw.
Yes. That's a dangerous one, man. Okay with that.
Yeah. Now this herb is in demand. The demand is so great that there are countries in which they have mined out the entire forest for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is no ordinary herb.
Yeah.
And if you look at the claws, they look like a cat. because if you notice, they're curled.
Ah.
Yeah, we usually combine this herb with the one that I just showed you.
You can break one. Just break a little piece. All right, good.
All right.
Yeah, man. So this also has the claw.
Yeah. So it's telling you that it's good for pain.
Good for pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So you boil it as well.
Yeah, we dry it and we would use the bark.
The bark.
Yeah.
Not the leaf.
Not the leaf. No, the bark.
Ah.
So
the bark is more potent.
Yeah.
Okay.
More potent. So these are herbs that we tend to use the bark. So here's another prickly ash. So we would take the bark of the prickly ash and we would combine it, if you're making a medicine, with something like that. And it's good for rheumatoid arthritis. So this is the leaf of life. Dr. Sebi popularized it as producer. And this is maybe one of the best herbs for children. It's good for removing mucus on the body. It's also good for mucus on the body, but it's also good for inflammation. So externally you can use it. You can just crush the leaf and use it for inflammation, and it's also an antibiotic. So it's very powerful in that respect as well.
Okay, cool. It's good for cold. That's when it has cold.
Mucus. Yeah. All right. So this herb that you're looking on is known as a Santa Maria feverfew, and it has some little white stuff, so it's high in calcium. But it's also very good for for fever. My grandmother would actually, she bathed me. She right down there. I remember my grandmother put me in a big, when I had chicken pox.
Oh, I'm bigging up grandmother house. This is the grandmother house, guys. Yeah. This is the old house that raised over 20 odd kids at the time, and children and grandchildren. Yeah.
So grandma, I remember when I had fever, the chills, and grandmother just took me out, brought me right down there, put me in a bath pan, and then she got this plant, and she pull it up and she put it in the water and she rub it out until the water became green. Because one of the features of indigenous Caribbean medicine is bath, herbal bath.
Yes.
And what she did was that she put me in it, and she dosed me in it, and then she allowed me to stand in the sun for the water to dry on me. And that was it. The fever went. So I can attest to the benefits of this Santa Maria feverfew.
Feverfew. Awesome.
This is our feverfew.
And actually, good time, guys. Good time to ask you to we'll pause and ask you right now to share this video right now, man. This is priceless information from the doctor himself, Dr. Ben Israel, man, a guru.
And there's one more, just two more, because I can't leave out this herb. I know we're pressed for time, but this herb is used for women who have menstrual problem. This herb here.
Oh, hold on. This is not the dark blood. Another one.
No, this is not dark blood.
Oh, I know this one.
This is called 4-pound coat.
Oh yes, the 4-pound coat. Yes.
Yeah. And so basically, it's also used for helping with delivery. So if a woman is going into labor and you want to expedite the labor process, what it does is that it helps to contract the womb. So we know I don't know if I could say it, but it's actually used for abortion as well, because of that effect. All right, so what we're looking on is the pepper elder from the piper family. And this is one of the herbs that is pungent. So if you were to taste this, if you were to smell it, it has a very strong aroma.
Can taste it?
Yeah.
Pepper.
Spicy. So we call it
almost like pimento.
Yeah. So it's from the group that we would call pungent or also aromatic herbs. So these are herbs that stimulate, that are high energy. They bring life because these are herbs that are synonymous to summer. Right, our ancestors would group it in summer, and what it does is that it's very good for the stomach. Herbs like black pepper come from the same family, cowfoot leaf come from the same family, pavana come from the same family. So it's a herb that is very good for the stomach, especially when combined with ginger.
Guys, this gentleman has some interesting stuff to share with us. The learning is not stop here. He's gonna share with us how we can learn more about his work and what he's doing, and how you can become an expert in your own right. But I'm gonna ask him. I didn't actually mention it to him before, but I'm gonna ask him on camera. Tell me 3 herbs for pain, 3 herbs for inflammation, 3 herbs for diabetes, 3 herbs for high blood pressure, and so on. So let's go.
So, so three herbs for pain. We talk about the prickly ash. We talk about the prickly ash, cat's claw, and we have cayenne.
Cayenne pepper.
Herbs, yeah. For high blood pressure, we have herbs like breadfruit leaf. We have herbs like ackee leaf.
Ackee leaf?
Yeah, ackee leaf.
All right.
We have herbs like fever grass.
All right. And these are mostly as teas, you suggest?
Yeah, these are herbs for teas. As it relates to diabetes, we have herbs like contribo. We have herbs like neem. We have herbs like cerasee.
And these are cleansers. These are bitters.
These are blood purifiers. Yeah.
So what do you call it? For diabetes?
For diabetes.
Okay. Do you know, not to cut it, but you know duck flower?
Yes, duck flower is an emetic. So what duck flower does is that it detoxifies the body by allowing the body to have reverse peristalsis. So rather than having a flush through the anus, then you regurgitate.
Come out and get back up like that.
Yeah, yeah. So and I've had it, and I you know, we do bring persons through retreat where we actually use those. Yeah. But it's not, as I said, these are herbs, they have to be used under guidance. Not every herb is for everybody at any particular time.
Very important. Very important. Thank you for that. All right. So diabetes, what we say? Eyesight.
For poor eyesight, there's eretina. There is we spoke about ganja. We also spoke about castor oil.
Castor oil, I think I asked you about that. You just drop a top in.
Yeah, just ensure that it's a clear one, or the cold press one, so it doesn't have the sediments in it. Very good for the eyes. Let me talk about kidney problems.
Oh yes, that's a big one.
That's a big one. We talk about the shema lady. We talk about seed pampa, or chanca piedra. We talk about herbs like pendula or red water grass. These are herbs that are very good. There's also, well, fourth one, corn silk. I couldn't talk about the kidney without talking about corn silk because of its impact, its positive impact on the kidney as well. So we have a clinic. So and apart from stomach issues. So there's never a day that we don't see anybody with stomach issues. So we see persons with stomach acidity. So pepper elder is one of those herbs. Another cousin, matico, and of course ginger. You know, very good for those issues. These are the
what about like did I ask you arthritis already?
Yeah.
Guys saying pain, right?
Pain, right.
Okay. There's no special one for that.
Yeah, man. This herb.
The same one here.
Yeah, the prickly ash.
Okay.
Very good. It's actually a natural painkiller. Then there's cayenne pepper. And then there's ginger. Those are herbs that work very well.
Well, now I have a cayenne pepper in the back of my yard. I grow it, you know, man. I take every now and then I take 2 or 3. That's good, right?
Yes, man. And then there's cowfoot leaf.
Cowfoot leaf. I didn't know about that one until my friend Miss Watkins. Miss Watkins, big up.
Yeah, man.
She tell me about that. The same tea, right?
Yes. It's from the same family, Piper. And most of the herbs, that family is about 800 family. So again, how I teach herbs by family. In other words, I could take a day and teach you the principles to identify what 3,000 medicinal uses of herbs. One day.
One day.
Because what we don't teach herbs individually, we teach families. Because herbs from the same family tend to function similarly. So that family alone is over 1,600 herbs in that family.
And this family, this family now is which family again?
It's called the Piper family.
Which is this?
Yes.
Pepper elder and stuff.
Pepper elder. So even rat's ears from the same family. So this herb that we're looking at, we call it, they call it in Jamaica licorice. It's not licorice. When you taste the leaf, it's almost sweet to the taste. Very sweet, very good for diabetes. But what's significant is the seeds. In Jamaica, we know these as drunker eye. But these are, we talk about poisonous. Just one of these seeds is enough to kill an adult human being.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they are used a lot in India for suicide. Apart from that, it's used commercially because all the seeds are uniform in size and weight. So they are used to adjust scales. Yeah, so these were very valuable and they're used a lot in India to balance scales. But it's very poisonous. Just one seed is enough to kill an adult human being.
What makes Jamaica special?
What makes Jamaica special is the fact that it is the epicenter. It is the epicenter of creativity. It is the epicenter of the Caribbean, and I would say, go beyond that, it's the epicenter. It's the epicenter of the world. If anything if you want to impact the world, you need to come to Jamaica.
That's the man, my friend, the esteemed Jamaican herbalist, Dr. Ben Israel. I must remind you that he has a revolutionary course going right now, where he teaches us how to use our senses to identify the medicinal benefits of herbs. There's a link in the description, but space is limited. You should check it out now. And if you missed part 1, there's also a link in the description, and it's in the card above. See you in that one.